So welcome back to another episode of Wingboys. We talk about life, sports, and eat spicy wings. I'm Anthony as always, and I'm here with Bill. And today, I don't know where we got the wings from, but I know the flavors. But I'm not gonna spoil it because that's a highly contentious subject around here, I guess. So where are the wings from, Bill?
When is it contentious?
I don't know. I said something about the flavors earlier. You told me to shut my trap.
I was mean to you, yeah.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes. It has nothing to do with the flavor of the wings.
Yeah, I was mean to you.
I was mean to you, wasn't I? Anyways, it's from LI Wing and Things, guys, and we have, I honestly forgot, it's Screaming Chipotle.
Yeah, Raging Cajun.
And Raging Cajun.
Yeah.
We've had this before.
This is the Chipotle, this is the Raging.
We're going to find out.
Yeah. If I don't rage after eating this, it's false advertising.
Well, you probably should rage because of week one. Let's talk about it.
Getting right into it,
I want to get right into it because there's so much
Talk about the Cowboys winning 40-0, right? To the Giants.
We can start with that if that's what you want. I was going to go down the whole list. Let's talk about the Thursday night game.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about that upset?
Yeah, that was
Can we talk about how Patrick Mahomes is a fraud?
Yeah, yeah. He had no Kelsey. That really shows a lot.
And
Tony dropped like 18 passes.
Yeah, I don't think it was more so that they didn't have Kelsey. I think it was more the fact that his wide receivers forgot that they were professional football players.
Yeah.
They really just weren't catching anything.
I think they forgot to warm up after last year's Super Bowl win.
They
were still in off-season mode, I think.
They forgot. They forgot that there's more games after that one.
They even lost by just 1 point.
It was,
Like, it was that close.
It was that close.
Yeah.
We're currently watching the Thursday night game.
Eagles-Vikings.
Yeah, so we're watching
3-0.
Another fraud, otherwise known as Kirk Cousins.
What do you have against NFL quarterbacks? Are you mad because it's not you?
Yes, bro. I wish I was the... No, I would have been a safety.
Dreams dried like raisins in the sun?
That's deep.
That's,
Don't ruin it for me.
Okay. I think Langston Hughes is the poet.
Sure. Is the camera crooked?
Who's to say, you know? At this point,
we'll find out.
Just vibing, yeah.
We'll find out when I edit later.
Yeah, can you just rotate it a little?
Nah, I wish I could. I'm not that good.
That guy's name is Ham.
Good one. So anyways, guys, no, I'm a firm believer that Kirk Cousins is a fraud, and he proved it to me in week one. But that's why I didn't pick up Justin Jefferson, and I said that in the beginning.
Yeah, that's why.
No, I literally said I didn't pick up Justin Jefferson.
Jamar do week one.
Well, let's talk about it, Anthony, because you had both Joe Burrow, I forgot his name because he's so forgettable after week one, and T. Higgins.
Yeah, I have T. Higgins
how many points?
2 teams.
How many points did T. Higgins put up last week?
Put a fat 0.
A fat 0.
8 targets, 0 catches.
Yeah, he really played like he was a Chiefs wide receiver. No, it was.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
This week one has been one of the craziest weeks I've seen in a long time.
It was wicked.
I'm so excited for this football season. I'm so excited to see what else is going to happen. We can talk about the Sunday night game, which was the New York Giants, who decided they were going to cosplay as a JV lacrosse team and get dominated 40-0.
Yeah, that was treacherous.
You sent me...
Dastardly even.
It was. But you sent me the record, how it was in that game, they lost by 40 points. Do you remember the whole spiel?
I don't remember the whole thing. I think it was what was it?
Sacked 3 times, sacked 3-0, a field goal kick return.
Yeah, an interception return for a touchdown.
Lost by 40-0.
Yeah.
Sacks 3-0, like I said. The Giants were the first team for that. That has never happened in NFL history.
In one singular game.
No, in one singular season.
Oh, that was what he said?
It was in one singular season. Has it not happened to one team?
Yeah.
The Giants did it all at once.
And of all guys to give us that information, it was the creator of The Office and Parks and Rec, Michael Schur.
That's who it was? I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
I was too busy watching that horrific statistic.
Yeah, it was.
That's insane.
Was crazy.
I can't imagine. I told a lot of people on Monday night when I was leaving, I said, I gotta go, I'm watching the Jets game. Everyone goes, the Jets suck. I'm like, what team are you a fan of? Oh, the Giants. I said, no one's a Giants fan. You guys have a 7-day cool down.
Physical.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even physical. Because I'm clearly on the higher ground. I said, you guys have a 7-day cool down. No one's a Giants fan for the next 7 days until they can prove themselves otherwise next Sunday. That was a crazy game. Yeah. What other games? I didn't watch the Seahawks-Rams.
No, but I did see the clip of Aaron Donald running on block towards Geno Smith.
Oh my God! Which, to be fair,
yeah,
I would say
that's what I would.
That'd be the kindest thing.
Probably a lot more expletives, but yeah.
That would be like the best case scenario of what I say if I saw Aaron Darnold padded running
Yeah.
at me full speed.
Yeah.
And look at that. Fraud Cousins could not do a single drive.
All right, it's the Eagles defense, bro.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely.
It's basically the Georgia Bulldogs 2.0.
Oh, they fumbled. Did the Vikings get it back on the 10-yard line? Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
This is riveting.
Mm-hmm.
Why that? They just threw that defender. Yeah, that just slipped out. Some butterfingers right there.
Wicked.
Oh, but he
No,
saved it.
it was good.
He saved it.
Yeah.
All right.
Our bad. Our
As
bad.
we were saying, I also watched. So the Browns absolutely decimated the Bucks. Bengals.
24-3.
24-3. The Bengals forgot that they were a playoff team. Joe Burrow, after getting his contract, decided he was going to take a week vacation. Which is,
I'm going to take this week to myself.
Yeah, he won.
Paid leave.
He really was out there, but not out there. He really tried to play it
Yeah.
off in the interview. He's like, "Hey man, like this happens sometimes. Like it's like no."
Meanwhile, Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions. He's like, that's my fault.
Yeah.
We lost because of me.
As he should. Same thing with DK Metcalf on the Seahawks. He said, "I did not put enough effort as I should have into the game." So, Joe Burrow pulled his best Zach Wilson impression right there by not taking responsibility for that when he played horribly. Now, it's one thing, it was raining, but that didn't stop Deshaun Epstein. Until he wins a Super Bowl, that's going to be his name.
That's what it's going to take
Maybe playoffs. All right.
to justify his decision.
Ooh, justify his decision. No, I'll just drop the name. It's still a horrific thing he did.
Deshaun Cosby.
Deshaun Cosby. I can't wait for him to listen to our podcast and,
Yeah. No, this is going to reach him, I think.
It's going to be the one episode that blows up is when we're just defaming him and he hits his...
The one that we're defaming him? Just the one singular?
Yeah, no,
You are defaming him?
Well, you said Deshaun Cosby.
Who did I get it from?
I've said a lot worse things on this podcast.
About him.
About him, too. But that's beside the point. Anyways, guys, what other absolutely... Can we talk about Baker Mayfield? Beating...
You know what he said, though?
What did he say?
He said he figured out the Vikings' hand signals on defense.
Oh, that's right. And he said which is...
It's not cheating.
It's not cheating. And they were saying in the interviews that, honestly, usually that's something that a QB3 or QB2 does on the sideline. They're trying to watch and they're trying to figure it out so they can get it. But the fact that Baker Mayfield was able to do that...
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, while playing the game.
Especially for a guy like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, who is not a quarterback you would think doing that.
All disrespect intended.
Yeah, 100% derogatory.
Yeah.
At the end.
Offense meant.
Offense meant. And that was against the Vikings, right? The frauds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Lay off the Vikings. What is with you?
I
They went to the playoffs last year and then lost to the Giants.
Yeah, that's how I know they're frauds. This is also... Is this considered primetime? Is this where Kirk
I think
Cousins
so.
is supposed to be?
I think Thursday night is a primetime game technically because it's a nighttime event.
Well, listen, last year, the Vikings were 11-0 in primetime. And do you know what their record is in 2023? Of one-score games? 0-1.
Wow, it's been 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Whole season's over.
Well, it's been a hell of a
Burn the
week.
ships.
It's been a hell of a week. Are you
Yeah.
ready for me to say it?
What?
Are you ready for me to bring it up? Our quarterback of the New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers,
That's so demoralizing.
has suffered a season-ending injury to his Achilles after playing 5 snaps. After
We waited
playing,
half a year. I mean, no, not even. We waited almost a whole year, probably like 9 or 10 months, between when the rumors started and him confirming that he wants to play for the Jets, and then the trade finally happening in April. All
Hard
the way
Knocks.
till Monday. Hard Knocks. Oh my God, Hard Knocks got me so excited for the season.
we had Hard Knocks for the Jets. We have
What a letdown.
we have a majority.
Emotions.
We have a majority of the primetime games this year.
We have 5 more.
We have 5.
I saw a tweet that was like, Congress needs to step in. America doesn't deserve this.
There's something about it because I think it's the new Madden curse because the same thing happened when they talked about Russell Wilson and Russell Wilson got all those primetime primetime games. The
MVP?
Madden curse, yeah.
Oh.
No, the Madden curse.
Rodgers isn't on the Madden cover.
But I'm
Josh
saying
Allen.
this is the new Madden curse.
What?
Having yourself be listed for all the primetime games. being a quarterback that's overly talked about and everyone's overly excited for.
When Denver got Russell Wilson. Right?
Exactly. It was the same thing. I mean, a little different. At least Russell Wilson played, but
did he? You want to call that playing?
he played a lot more than Aaron Rodgers for his 72 seconds as a New York Jet.
75, all right. You're not going to take those 3 seconds away from him.
Those were the 3
They
seconds.
matter, all right.
Those were the 3 seconds it took him to
They
stand.
matter to some people.
It took to stand up and fall down was the 3 seconds that you're talking about.
I saw a bunch of those highlights, the replays of literally seeing his Achilles snap and go back up into his leg. It looked the same as Kevin Durant's Achilles tear, which I get. It's the same thing, yeah.
And it looked like it was him that caused it. It looked like his own heel knocked into his shin.
Yeah?
That's what I saw. And then you saw it.
It looked like he was getting taken down and he planted his back foot with all the weight being on top of him. That extra kind of stretch on it is what was the final straw.
Do you know why that happens?
Why?
When you're 40 and you play football.
All right. He's 38, man.
Might as well be 48.
Takes care of himself with a healthy dose of ayahuasca.
I'm not going to lie. That was my first thing. The way he was standing there.
Whoa!
What'd I miss?
Fumble.
A fumble. Beautiful.
Boom. Eagles snag it again.
That's the Eagles defense, baby. But that's beside the point.
Tricky.
I do want to say, when he was standing there and he was kind of contemplating sitting down, I truly in my heart thought, oh, his trip finally wore off and he realized he was a New York Jet and sat down and gave up. Because he looked so annoyed. He's like, damn, I'm out. And sat.
Damn, I'm really in this bitch, huh?
Yeah, it genuinely looked like, it genuinely looked like he came to in that moment. Like, he looked like he sobered up. In that very moment, he's like, I'm really playing for the Jets against the Buffalo Bills. Plop.
And then Jordan White had 3 interceptions in one game.
Did you know he got
his $250,000 incentive? Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like for the season. He was gonna get a $250,000 bonus to get 3 interceptions this season.
Yeah.
And bro got paid in the first game.
That was crazy.
And
every single time I saw it, I was like, no way, it's Jordan Whitehead again.
I think Josh Allen is confirmed Jets' new QB because clearly he loves throwing to the Jets.
Yeah.
No, but Josh Allen,
and he had a fumble too.
He did have a fumble.
Jets defense did great. I knew I was smart for drafting them.
That was a good
call.
call.
This is a good defense this year.
The only defense that's probably gonna give you a better run for your money is the Dallas Cowboys defense, which probably saved 80% of fantasy wins this week.
Yeah.
30 points.
I think I played against the Dallas defense in one of my leagues.
Did you
win?
One
of our leagues, I think. No.
Okay.
I won in one league.
You won in one?
Yeah.
Out of 4? That's tough.
Yeah.
That's because you have Tyler Higbee in 2 of those.
Bad. I won the one with I had Tyler Higbee in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, not T. Higgins. I meant.
Right.
That was.
Well, that's also a league I have Tyreek Hill and Calvin Ridley.
All right, you got me.
So.
Who both did phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
At 40 plus. Calvin Ridley at 24, I think.
Which thank God Tyreek did so good because that means Tua did good. Which was my save. I'm so glad I picked him over Baker Mayfield.
Do you know Tua's middle name is Donnie? Yeah. Learned that today.
Why? He's got 2 of the craziest names in all of planet Earth.
You ever see his full first name? It's a lot. I'm not even gonna.
They used to say it during the games.
Really?
Yeah, and they just gave up by like week 4 and they just called him Tua. They really tried.
What, when he was at Bama?
No, when he was playing for the NFL, like in the beginning. Like I've heard multiple announcers say his full government, and I'm like, at that point, call him Donnie. What?
Donnie Tagovailoa, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Donnie T.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a different guy, but that's beside the point. Where's Tua? Tua, get down here.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers is out. Zach Wilson is now confirmed QB1.
So Jets going to the Super Bowl.
Jets going to the Super Bowl confirmed.
Yeah,
well, listen, we won.
Might as well get that tattoo right now. 2024 Super Bowl champions.
We won against the Bills.
Yeah.
We beat the Bills in overtime.
And Bills went to the AFC Championship last year, so I think you know what that means for us this year.
You're eating a chip because we're going to stink.
Not if we are a wild card team and only win 9 games.
We'll see. But that's been... Ooh. Oh, I thought they were getting violent. Never
Yeah.
mind. They're happy. They're playing. They're friends. But no, it's a crazy upset. Did you know that? What's the guy's name that ran the punt return?
Xavier Gibson.
Xavier Gibson.
Undrafted rookie.
Undrafted rookie. He literally was just brought onto the team.
Yeah.
He was on practice squad. They just signed him up on like the last episode of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Before he ran the punt return
That was
touchdown
crazy. Yeah.
to win us the game in overtime.
What a moment that was.
What a
That was
beautiful
special.
moment.
That
Oh,
was
a
an
pick?
into. I honestly thought that the Vikings were on offense.
I thought the Vikings were on offense.
The way he caught that ball, I was like, yeah, that was meant for him.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it was. Jalen Hurts out here throwing punts. But that's
To the defense!
I'm so glad.
Shout out to Press Cowboys fan. He's so funny.
Oh, I'm so glad that football's back just for him.
Yeah.
He lit the lighter immediately, bro. It was a good week for him.
Yeah.
But what other games are playing?
Yeah, what's happening in the NFL now? This is the beginning of week 2, and already there's a fumble, an interception. It's only 3-0.
This has been one of the craziest.
This is the team that went to the Super Bowl?
Apparently. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're against your supposedly good Vikings.
Brothers.
The Vikings are a great team. I'm gonna just listen. I was right about Rodgers. He's too old to play. This is actually the best case scenario for me.
J.K. Dobbins tore his Achilles week 1 too. How old is he? 26, 27?
Well, that's
We're talking about being too old to play.
Well, no, that's
right?
unfortunate. Aaron Rodgers.
Is expected? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
We knew
bro.
this was gonna happen.
When you're 78 years old playing QB1, yeah, it's gonna against the Bills defense. He didn't stand a chance.
They didn't even have Von Miller in yet.
No, can you imagine? He would have tore his leg off.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have eaten.
He would have
his
broken
Achilles.
a lot more.
He would have chewed on his Achilles.
I think I saw also on Twitter today that Sauce Gardner posted. He was like, "I did our handshake by myself in the air today. Miss you, bro." And I was like, "Damn, that's sad."
Yeah, that is sad. Like I do feel bad as a human
Their
being.
handshake's dope as fuck.
It is.
It's really cool.
But I think Josh Allen and the Bills defense is gonna be smoking it too because they're smoking that Rodgers bag.
They lost.
They lost.
What do you mean?
Well,
It was Leonard Floyd that actually caused the injury, I think.
Well, listen, they lost, but they won the mind game.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
I want to ask
Diabolical.
people that were in MetLife Stadium that day because you can feel the energy from the TV, how dramatic the energy changed when Rodgers got hurt. When Rodgers sat down, the soul of that stadium left.
They're all there for him.
They were all there for them.
Yeah.
That was the most ticket sales that MetLife Stadium has seen on that game since the Super Bowl in 2014 at MetLife Stadium or 2016?
Yeah.
Whenever-
2013.
2013, thank you. Yeah. So whenever the last Super Bowl, they sold out more than the Super Bowl for this game. It's insane. And all
man.
that for Rodgers to get out immediately. Immediately. So I think he's going to be now like the master Uguay. He's going to be really just trying to spit some knowledge into the heart
I
of
hope
Zach
so.
Wilson. I think he is a good presence. I think Zach Wilson always needs
Absolutely.
that. And someone had a good point. There's a reason why Jordan Love is doing so amazing. He had a great breakout week. Jordan Love did phenomenal with Green Bay.
He had 3 touchdowns.
He had 3 touchdowns. And
Yeah.
Green Bay has this. They do it right. They take their QB, their future franchise. Aaron Rodgers was sat for a week. I'm sorry.
3 years.
Brett Favre was 1 year. He sat behind the QB before him, before Brett Favre came out. Then when Aaron Rodgers came on, he sat 3 years behind Brett Favre. And now Jordan Love sat 3 years behind, or 2 years.
I think 3 or 4 years behind Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. And there's something to be said about giving your QB time to be an
but
NFL
then
QB.
you have guys like Peyton Manning who had a bad rookie season and then bounced back and one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. You have guys like I'll get there, don't worry. Like Russell Wilson broke out into the scene, won a Super Bowl, I think his 2nd or 3rd year with the Seahawks.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, yeah.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's the only answer.
There are cases where
There are absolutely cases, but it's not likely. It's not the norm. It's more likely. These are actually really good.
Yeah.
Shout out L.I. Wiggins things. But there's something to be said about having the ability to really sit and take in the NFL, take in your role as QB1, and understand that you have this team and you got to get the love of the people. You have to get the love of your team.
Right.
And the answer isn't buying Vespas like Zach Wilson did. I mean, they're doing all right, but
Yeah, because it's an adjustment coming from college to the NFL.
100%.
The defenses are different. The offenses are different. You got to be able to make those adjustments in game, and that's what the Nathaniel Hackett offense is. He calls the play, and then at the line, Rodgers makes adjustments, calls audibles based on what he's reading from the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Wilson isn't there yet.
No, and that comes with knowledge. That comes with years. That comes with learning the tools of the trade.
Yeah.
And we see that the same. It's the common problem with rookie running backs. They're not used to holding the ball. They're not used to defenders punching the ball out of their grasp.
I've been saying that for years.
Absolutely.
College football, they don't go for the fumble. They don't go for the strip. They go for the hit.
Yeah.
They go to get you down.
Same thing with
the
wide
NFL,
receivers.
they always go for the ball.
Yeah, wide receivers. Like the rookies are not used to that size of the ball. The size of the ball from college to NFL is dramatically different. So you're getting a lot
Not
of
dramatically different, but it is different.
It's a significant.
It is bigger,
it's a significant difference.
Yeah.
Where if you it's a game of inches. So that little bit of difference is going to make a catch or an interception.
Yeah. Absolutely. Raps.
But I will say, Aaron Rodgers getting out immediately and scoring 0 points actually gave me the win in one of my fantasy leagues, where it was literally 96-99. The only people that were playing on both of our teams was Aaron Rodgers and Greg Zuerlein. And Greg Zuerlein won me the week.
Greg the leg, baby.
Absolutely.
The man that meant the legend.
The other one, Michael Pittman Jr. had a breakout week. How do you feel about the Colts QB? How do you feel he did?
I think he had a good week.
Let's talk about these rookies, baby. Let's talk about these rookies week one. I think he had a great week. I think he does need to learn how to slide, because he did give himself a little concussion-washy. He was diving head first. I get it. He's a big guy. He's a big QB.
Very athletic guy, yeah.
Very athletic.
But I thought he had a good game. Made some good plays. Ran in for a touchdown at one point. He's got promise. Yeah, you just got to develop a little. Bryce Young in Carolina. I don't know how the Panthers did this week. I think they lost to the Panthers, right?
They lost to the Falcons, yeah.
Yeah.
They just couldn't keep up with it.
I think was Anthony Richardson the only rookie that won this week from the Colts?
Yeah, because the Texans lost.
C.J. Stroud, yeah. He had a pretty good game.
He did have a good game.
But
I think his first NFL throw was also his first NFL catch. Did you see that?
No.
He threw it. I think it either was swatted by a defender or hit the back of a lineman, and he actually ran up and caught it at the line of scrimmage and went down.
First NFL throws a pass to himself.
It's
got to be a record. It's got to be something.
Listen,
first
I really hope he goes Hall of Fame, because man, are they going to talk about that. Speaking of Hall of Fame, actually no, we'll come back to that. Who else played? So who else is a rookie that played this week? We had C.J. Stroud. We had.
Are we only talking quarterbacks right now?
There's still quarterbacks, yeah.
Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young. I don't know that there are any other rookies that started this week. I'm trying to think.
No?
I mean, you have some new faces in new places, but not necessarily rookies.
Right, yeah, like a big Baker Mayfield.
Baker with the Bucks, Derek Carr with the Saints.
Did they win?
They did,
They won, right? Against...
he had a good showing. Who does he play? I couldn't tell you if you had a...
Don't finish that. I'm going to look it up. Don't stop talking. We'll talk about other new places, new faces.
Who else is a new face in a new place?
Ezekiel Elliott over at the... Fumbled immediately.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have Deshaun Epstein in his place at the Browns.
Yeah.
The Saints played the Titans. And they only won by 1 point.
Yeah.
Jaguars. 49ers with Brock Purdy was a phenomenal game.
Yeah, it was a good comeback game for him.
Absolutely. It was so funny because the Steelers cornerback said in an interview.
Peterson?
Yes, he said, "Talk to me after I get my pick off Purdy." And then in the postgame interview, he goes, that touchdown, was that on Peterson? So I'm glad he's really growing into his position as QB1. It's crazy to think his QB2 is really... Huh? What did you just say? On my family-friendly podcast?
You know his nickname.
I know his nickname. Which reminds me of Mike White.
Michael.
Michael Weichel.
We should have kept him.
We should have kept him. I promise you.
Who else? I mean, I can't think of anyone else that's really a new face in a new place. Jimmy G's a new starter for Las Vegas. I think they won that game too by 1 against the Broncos.
Dalvin Cook on the Jets. Did okay.
Yeah, a pretty solid game.
I mean, he was up against the Bills defense, so that it's hard to kind of gauge.
Yeah.
DJ Moore did
Chicago.
Yeah, he did all right. He did all right.
Spectacular.
Wasn't spectacular.
Chicago wasn't spectacular though.
No, in general, game. I mean that O-line is still just garbage. Absolute bong water. And
wow, I thought he grabbed that.
That's a free play right there. You got the flag going on.
Yeah, because it was offsides. Or false start or whatever.
That's what they all say. Yeah, on that fraud.
Fletcher Cox.
But going back to Hall of Fame, can we talk about how they waived the 5-year wait on Tom Brady because they just can't stop talking about him in sports news headlines? Yeah, they waived the 5-year wait for the Hall of Fame inductee. And
so are they going to induct him next year?
Yeah. That's
crazy.
They couldn't wait. They were
blasphemous.
No, they were doing cartwheels on it. Which
couldn't have been Peyton. I mean, God forbid.
Yeah.
They show than anyone else.
It's insane. They really just cannot stop talking about Tom Brady. It's such a mental illness. It's a sickness you all have talking about Tom Brady. That the moment Aaron Rodgers went down, all of a sudden rumors started flying that Brady might be coming back to play for the Jets. Which would be such an insult to his career. He had his whole career.
An insult to us, too.
An insult to us.
Why would we want a former Patriots quarterback on our team?
Why would a former Patriots quarterback
that dominated the division for so long?
Exactly.
Get that out of here. Him on the Bucks was fine. I didn't mind him on the Bucks. But as a Patriots quarterback, I hate Tom Brady.
100%.
With a passion. Oh, my God. But yeah, no, I was seeing a lot of that, too. I was seeing jokes about Colin Kaepernick wanting to come back to play for the Jets.
Has he played anywhere?
He hasn't played.
When was the last time I picked up a football?
I don't know. I saw something, and I can't remember what it said, but it was like really kind of dating how far back it had been. Oh no, it said the last time Colin Kaepernick played a snap in the NFL, Kevin Durant was on the Thunder. That's wild.
That's insane.
He's been on 3 different teams now at this point.
Oh my God. Colin Kaepernick, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Like, and literally, politics aside, I just don't think he'll be a good quarterback anymore.
I think anymore
I think
at this point.
Yeah. No, yeah. He was a fine quarterback from what I remember.
He was solid.
He wasn't phenomenal. I don't think he was
I think he was an early day kind of Lamar. He was a great runner, good passer, not great passer, but good enough. Honestly, I used to hate on Kaepernick a little bit in the beginning because I just hated how he always ran the ball and he didn't throw it. And now look where the game's
at. And now look at you. You're trying to draft Justin Fields in your fantasy teams.
Listen.
How the mighty have fallen.
I understand how the game works and it evolves, all right?
Yeah.
I don't stay stuck in my ways like some people.
You know who should have stayed stuck in his ways?
Oh my God.
Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna listen. I feel a lot better about this.
You know who shouldn't stay stuck in their ways?
Who?
The NFL with these turf fields.
Yes,
they gotta do something about it.
And I think there is a lot of there's a big upheap right now. There was so many injuries. That was another big crazy thing about week 1. There was a lot of injuries on these turf fields.
Yeah.
And they really tried to push that propaganda during the Super Bowl where they had that really experimental mixed hybrid grass. You didn't know about that?
No, I don't know.
So the type of grass and the type of sod that was used for the Super Bowl last year was very new, very experimental. Was never tested before, and they used it for the Super Bowl. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, they say, oh, they did that on purpose so like the most watched football game of all time, you're gonna see people slipping and sliding on the turf and having all these problems. On the grass, so that they could push this narrative that grass isn't good and that more fields should turn to turf.
But everyone keeps getting injured on these turf fields.
Exactly. No, there's
a lot of injuries last season at MetLife alone because it's a turf field. And people were calling for even just the stadium to be switched. I saw a clip last season of Lane Johnson, the guard for the Eagles, took a hit to the knee and his leg just kind of flew back. but he avoided an injury because it was a grass field and his cleat didn't get stuck in the turf
Wow.
or the floor, the ground that it was on. His leg kicked back and he kicked up the dirt that it was on top of, and he really avoided a major injury because of that. So I mean, that clip alone to me, I feel like is enough proof that.
And also all the
They should
proof
switch.
of non-contact injuries that happen. Like you watch.
Yes, exactly that too.
There's so many clips of linemen that are just walking around, not even at a fast pace. And
OBJ had a non-contact injury that set him out before the Super Bowl with the Rams.
yeah, and it's not the answer. The answer is we need to put the grass fields. I can't imagine it's that expensive. And also, add an
Probably
extra.
upkeep too. I mean,
It is.
I'm not saying it's not worth it or that they shouldn't make the swap, but thinking as a capitalist owner or a money-grabbing league, you don't want to spend all that money on constant maintenance and keeping up with the fields and making sure they're all right and trimmed and watered and all that.
If I wanted a hot dog and a water bottle, I had to take out a mortgage. But you mean to tell me they can't afford to have upkeep on the field?
That's what I'm saying.
Make my
It's all about
soda
the
an
money.
extra $1.
all
Make
about
my
the money.
beer an extra 12. I don't care. I want these
All right,
players
whoa.
hurt. I don't drink beer.
You're
That's
extra 12.
I don't drink beer, so they could go ahead and make that 30. Yeah, for
a
you
whole rack.
beer drinkers.
You beer drinkers, who do you think I am?
I don't know. I don't know what you're drinking right now. I don't know what you brought to my house.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny. This is alcoholic.
Yeah.
The Wingboys drinking game. Every time we just say something just so outlandish and incorrect, we gotta take a shot.
Hawkinson. What a guy.
Hack and sack.
All right.
But
All right, Billy Joel.
you got me there. It's so funny. Long Island joke.
He's not just a Long Island artist, man. He's worldwide, international. Like Mr. 305. So yeah,
That's the shot right there.
highest graded rookie of last week, Jalen Carter. Guy that fell to the second round because of his off the field issues in college. He was involved in an alleged murder. So it makes sense that he slid that far. He's a great player, but I also
Second is
would
great.
avoid.
Only second is crazy.
Yeah.
What just shows you?
Like the second coming of Aaron Hernandez. They're like, yeah, no, he's good.
Well, we got
We'll wait till the second day.
we got the Bengals.
We'll wait till day 2.
Maybe he'll calm down by then.
That'll teach him.
we got what was it? Aggravated menacing on the Bengals.
We had Joe Mixon.
Thank
That
you.
charge got dropped.
Thank you. I always say the wrong name, so I
You
didn't
always
say
say
it.
T. Higgins.
I always say T.
And I'm
Higgins.
like, he didn't do anything wrong. Don't hit on
Listen,
TT like that.
You know what he did do wrong? 0 points on your week 1 fantasy.
You know,
he
it
sh-
happens.
that-
It happens to the best of us. I can't hate.
That's
all right?
essentially aggravated menacing at that point.
I felt
Eight
I felt aggravated.
8 targets with 0 points. Yeah, that's a menace right there. But
That's tough.
that's beside the point.
Whatever many points Jay Chizzy had.
He didn't have much. I think he had like 5, which was I was so aggravated because the one year I actually decided to I'm like, you know what? Let me actually put a Bengal on my team this year. A Bengal, and this is how they
That's
produce
happy
me.
offense. Can't go wrong with the Bengals or the Bills.
Well,
For a wide
clearly you
receiver.
can. Can you imagine having Josh Allen? That was another thing. The other team, the only reason I won that was because Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions and 1 fumble. So he
Well,
didn't
get in
score
there.
much.
TJ
Wow.
Hawkinsock.
You know, actually, as much as I wanted to, actually, I think I had him as a parlay for, okay,
You degenerate. What,
So-
all right, what are your legs? Let's see.
let's talk about,
Let's hear about it.
so
Yeah.
let's talk about the one at a random
the
point.
17-leg parlay that you got going right
Yeah, let's talk about how.
now. Is it for one game or 1 week?
1 week. But the funny story about that, so I was texting Anthony randomly, I was like, would you say the Commanders got this week? And he goes, no. Or yes, I forgot what you said.
Like I said, yes. Who are they playing? Denver, I think.
I
think
over the
they got
Broncos.
it, Yeah.
So let me tell you.
Based.
So I have a 16-leg parlay and I have a 20-leg parlay. The 20-leg parlay was a mistake because I accidentally put a parlay on the Eagles on this game right now. So let me give you the 20-leg parlay. The game has to win over 48.5.
What's
Jalen.
with you with these point totals? That has not worked out.
That has not worked out for me once. And I'm feeling good about it.
Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown?
Well, Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Jay
Yeah.
Jetta's anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts for over 249.5. And the Philadelphia Eagles money line. Now
Eagles have to win.
Yeah. Now all that to say, I meant to make that a separate parlay, and then I decided to bet I decided to bet the entire week 2. So let's talk about my entire week 2 predictions. Packers over Falcons. Bears over Bucks. Lions over Seahawks. Bills over Raiders. Chargers over Titans.
Every single one of those has to hit.
Every single one of these has to hit. I'm still going. Bengals over Ravens. Colts over Texans. Chiefs over Jaguars. Some of these were hard for me to choose because I usually bet with my heart.
Yeah.
This is very out of character to me. But wait till you hear the total. 49ers over Rams. Giants over Cardinals. Commanders over Broncos. Cowboys over Jets. Dolphins over Patriots. Saints over Panthers. Browns over Pittsburgh Steelers. I put down $5. I will have $92,847.89 when this does not hit. Now, mind you, if next week I have a solid gold T-shirt, we have a whole new podcast studio, and Anthony is dead because I got rid of him, you will know that I hit that bet. Because obviously I can't share the money with him. I got things to pay for, so I took care of him. But I told him if this hits, and then I have another one that is
that 20 leg is gonna pay $92,000.
$92,000.
That's crazy.
I think actually Vegas will have it. FanDuel will take a hit on me if this hits.
I think so. Yeah.
Like by the end of by the Monday night game, there's gonna just be a sniper fixated on my head.
How'd you know? How'd you know, man?
Who told you? But then
You got a hold of the script. Was it Lil Wayne? Did he give it to you? Was it Keegan Michael Key?
Yeah, I was like Key and Peele 3 times, and that's why they gave it to me. But then I redid.
Stifled. You got nothing going here.
That's because he's also a fraud. The NFL's full of frauds.
Apparently, they put you in there. Huh?
Yeah, they should. But that being said, I redid the parlay with all the money lines. That was also $5, and that's only $10,000. So if I hit both of them, and I make 6 figures in one night, the IRS will never hear from me again. They will never see another word come out of my mouth. I will be doing this podcast from an undisclosed location with a VPN.
I think there's people with more money that are winning the IRS. All right.
It's me and Wesley Snipes against the world.
Yeah. You and Blade got this.
Mm-hmm. Clearly.
Looks like white man can jump.
Now, the only thing I will say is, yeah, I'm going to ignore that. You're in timeout right now. You chew that and think about what you just said. I do have to make a money line on the bets for the Jets for the Cowboys game because I refuse, even when Rodgers was going to be my QB1, I still bet the Jets on money line every time because I am still a loyal fan, despite my disagreement.
Waste of money.
It is. But you know what? We did so great against the Bills. We didn't do great. That's a lie. I take that back. We
won in overtime.
We won against the Bills. That's all we did. That's not a feat.
You gonna call that great? Sure.
I won't call that great.
By all means, yeah, you got it.
I am upset that I missed it. I fell asleep. I was dozing off. I had to be up at 4 in the morning.
I was on my phone when it happened.
Really?
I was so
You were
tired.
awake and you missed it.
Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at my phone. I look up, and all of a sudden I see Xavier Gibson running across the end zone. And I'm like, what happened? Did they score? And then it's the replay. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I missed it?
You missed all of it.
I'm watching the whole game. I watched Aaron Rodgers go down at the beginning of it. I sat through all of this to go to overtime, and I didn't even see the biggest play of the game.
You know what's crazy? Now you say that. I did bet the Jets money line.
That's on you.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't bet the Jets money line. I didn't bet the Jets money line. Oh, I did, but it was a bad parlay. Apparently, instead of saying anytime touchdown scorer, I said Garrett Wilson was going to be first touchdown scorer.
He's the first touchdown of the game?
Yeah.
Brother, you throwing money away.
No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit anytime. So when I saw Garrett Wilson got the touchdown, I was so excited. I looked at my thing and I realized it said first touchdown scorer. So I ate my hat on that, but I did win the Jets'
What?
first drive. The
Never
Jets'
heard that before in my life.
Well, you heard it here today.
Ate my hat.
The Jets' first drive was a punt, and the Bills' first
Drink
drive
my
was a
shoes
punt.
on that.
I won $13. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying right now. And we lost monetization. Welcome, all right, guys. Let's go home. It's a 7-3 game. The frauds are really winning. Do you think the Vikings will get taken?
I think they could. If they keep this up, it's going to put your 20-leg parlay in jeopardy. With Alex Trebek. R.I.P. man. It's about time for our picks for next week, the upcoming week. All right, let's get.
Can you imagine?
Let's get active.
Can you imagine before the end of this episode, before the end of this recording, I lose my 20-leg parlay? How crazy would that be?
We start just re-recording. So yeah, we're back. Lost all that money.
I deleted FanDuel. I actually reported them to.
Screen's cracked.
There's a giant hole. I have Jalen Hurts' head with a cross outside. Anyways, guys, so Vikings Eagles. Do you think? I'm gonna say the Eagles. Do you say? What say you on tonight's game?
It's still only the second quarter. I think I'm gonna take the Eagles on this one. It's only 7-3. Anything can happen. Even if it was 14-3 before the half, anything can happen. I'm going to take the Eagles on this one.
This was scrumdiddlyumptious. Remind me next week to do winging things again.
No. So.
Raiders, Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills. I think Josh Allen
Bills
has...
fraud. I mean, Raiders. Raiders are front.
I was going to say, I think Josh Allen has so much of a giant chip on his shoulder now after throwing 3 interceptions. I think he's going to personally run every ball directly through a defender's throat.
Did you see the play that he took the ball on a run?
Yeah,
He just 5 yards away from the first down and just missiles and gets caught by 4 Jets defenders.
That was a misinput because that's like when you're playing GTA and you're hitting the run button and you accidentally hit it, take a little too long and he just jumps in the middle of the run. And he hit them
Yeah. That was great defending by the Jets. Everyone's swarming to the ball when you notice that he's running out of the pocket. But what are you doing, Josh?
He had no intention of getting that first down. He was seeing blood. He's like, I already took down one. Listen, my defense took down a Jet. I might as well take down a Jet. Bink! And so he just went swinging for the fences. Then we have a rivalry game, Ravens and Bengals. Now, first off, how violent do you think it's going to get? How many fights do you think are going to break out? I'm saying 3 minimum. Over under 3.
What, in the stands?
No,
or
on the field. I'm
going to say maybe 1 or 2.
You're taking the under. I'm taking the over.
These are civilized individuals, right?
No, not when they're together.
Not in the AFC North.
No, the AFC North is the Black Air Force of
They don't
the
talk, they
NFL.
just get active. They really...
They speak with their hands
right
only.
to it, yeah.
I promise you, on the punt return, on the
Bengals Steelers
kickoff,
games used to be...
violent.
Yeah.
Antonio, one of the most
Dreadful.
famous images of Antonio Brown is him taking a cleat directly to a face of another player.
Yeah.
I think that was a Bengals game too. That was a Steelers-Bengals game.
It might have been Browns.
Oh, it was the Browns. You're right. Either way, I still stand by the AFC North is the problem child of the NFL. So, over under 3 fights, I'm taking the over. There's gonna be fights we're not gonna see on the sideline. The coaches are gonna get active. Next we have the Chiefs and Jaguars. Now,
That's a tough one. Jaguars offense.
I want to say the Jaguars. And if the Kansas City Chiefs go 0-2, Patrick Mahomes has to digitally remove himself from the entire quarterback show on Netflix. The entire show has to omit him.
Episodes,
literally, it's gonna be dead space where he was every time.
Every episode's gonna turn to just 20 minutes.
Can you imagine? I mean, it all depends on a big part of it is Travis Kelce being healthy.
No, I think Chiefs are gonna win that.
I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a high scoring close game.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be close, but I think it's gonna be high scoring. Maybe it'll be a touchdown close, but yeah. Chiefs. Taking that one. Boosh.
I'll go Jaguars because I love a good bet. Chargers, Titans. Chargers.
Chargers on that one. Chargers.
Oh, didn't it? Oh no, Tannehill started, right? I thought the Titans had a new.
They do. Will Levis.
But he's not starting.
No.
Well, maybe that means
He's
he's
just a
gonna.
little rookie.
Maybe that means he's gonna be great next year. Maybe they'll.
Behind Tannehill? Sure. Yeah.
Maybe they'll put. I mean, anything behind Tannehill.
You got it.
Maybe they'll send him out to pasture to die.
Yeah.
Packers, Falcons, Packers.
Yeah, taking the Packers on that one.
I think the
After Jordan Love showing,
Yeah.
and he might be getting back Christian Watson this week.
Ooh, that's
only
big.
going to get better.
That's big. Yeah, I think the Falcons was a fluke win.
Yeah.
I think the only reason the Falcons.
Falcons defense was good week 1 though. I think they were one of 2 teams to not allow more than 13 points or something like that. I forget what the number was.
Okay, but the offense was the Panthers. You gotta remember. You know, so that kind of skews it. Anyways, I'm going Packers. Next, we have the Seahawks and the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions on that one.
I think the Lions,
Seahawks are starting 0-2. It's tough for them.
which is unfortunate. I'm hoping they do a little bit better. If it was any other team, I probably would say the Seahawks because I love my Seahawks. But I think the Lions have it. I think the Lions are going to take this one. Next, we have a stinker. Colts, Texans.
I'm taking the Colts on that one.
Really?
Just defensively, I think the Colts have the edge. And I think offensively, Colts have some better weapons.
Yeah. I'll give it to you. I'll say Colts too. Next, we have the Bears and the Bucks. I'm hoping this is Justin Fields' redemption.
That's going to be a tough one.
I think the Bucks defense is what it used to be, so I think that's really going to help give the Bears the opportunity. Hopefully, the offensive line is doing 38 suicides as we speak right now, so they know to protect Justin.
Yeah. They spent a lot of money this offseason to
Protect that boy.
bolster their offensive line, yeah.
If
Just
he
like the Broncos did with their offensive line. Yeah.
How'd they work out? Did they win?
No, they lost by 1.
Ah.
Again. Just like the beginning of last season. It's a commotion.
Here's a commotion. We'll figure it out later.
Quite
Next, we have the Giants, Cardinals.
Taking the Giants on that one.
I know nothing about the Cardinals to even make it.
Cardinals don't have Kyler Murray starting. They lost DeAndre Hopkins. Their defense has lost some key pieces. I think Daniel Jones is gonna show us who he really is in this game. Last week was just a beat down and a fluke.
Yeah, they're gonna see. I mean, it's so ironic that the highest paid quarterbacks
Lost.
after getting signed.
Jalen Hurts tutty?
Is it? Is that a Jalen Hurts touchdown? And there goes the parlay, ladies and gentlemen. We're rich.
That's all it took
It's all it's a.
for him to score.
It's so funny because I realized I didn't make a second. I didn't make a second parlay of just that Eagles Vikings parlay, but I think I made it. I think I made a second one. So like I could hit all those, and then one team is gonna lose, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, so glad none of this. Listen, if you guys like and subscribe, we can have a Patreon, and all this crazy stuff that we said can be on there.
Yeah, no. All 21 of you guys. Call reverse? It's not a touchback?
Wow, so
He
is it
didn't
on the
make
half
it.
yard line?
Oh, because he fumbled it early.
He's so lucky.
He fumbled it early.
He's
Boom, it's out of his hands already.
So lucky.
Yeah, it's out of his hands already.
Wow.
That angle looks like it's in his hand and that he's... Wow. Wow.
That almost cost
All
him
right,
his job.
yeah.
Do you know how many people are about to drop him from their fantasy?
You can't...
Can you
I think
imagine?
there's some players that you physically cannot drop.
Really?
And yeah, he's one of them for sure.
That's so funny.
Like the app locks him, can't drop, it says.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
Can you
anyway,
imagine-
we're up to Giants Cardinals, right?
So we finished up. Actually, yeah, we talked about it, but we never actually made a prediction. I think I'm going with Giants.
But yeah, me too. It's going to be a bounce back game for them.
Next we have the 49ers and the Rams. I think the 49ers are going to blow them out of the water.
See, you can't just...
That's
You
a
got to say
clip.
the whole thing.
That's a clip.
They actually, I saw a TikTok today of that exact interaction from the Basement Yard podcast
Oh, really?
with Joe Santagato and Frank Alvarez.
All right,
It's really funny.
They don't need a shout out, okay?
All right.
We need to let them shout out stuff, all right?
Honestly.
We need the subscribers.
But no, Frankie's sitting there and he's like, I came to the studio thinking I was the best looking one, but then you're sitting here and you're just blowing me completely out of the water. And like in that pause, Joey's like, all right, what? I'm not.
It's so funny.
I'm not blowing you completely. I'm not even blowing you a little bit.
It's so funny because you send me so many clips of them, and it really is like the same energy. Did you see that one guy that commented on our TikTok? It was just like, bro, we should start a podcast. Like that's like every energy of two white guys with microphones. We don't even have a microphone. We can't afford that.
We had one.
We
got some budget cuts though.
Yeah, but you know what? You got better quality. You can see our faces better.
Yeah, because that's what's important.
Sorry. I apologize.
I didn't mean to do this to you.
So, with that being said, I'm still saying 49ers.
Yeah, I'm saying 49ers on that one too.
There's so many people that just get to the fucking prediction.
Please, enough of this back and forth.
Next we have the
When
Jets.
Hear less of you. I'm taking the Cowboys on this one.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a defensive battle.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be either a very low scoring or it's going to be a whole lot of
The Cowboys' offense is just better than the Jets' offense right now. If you had Aaron Rodgers there, I'm saying Jets are taking this.
Oh, brother. If we had Aaron Rodgers there, the whole place would smell like Ben Gay. He's old!
There'd be a lot of walkers in the stands.
That's what I'm... In the stands, on the field.
He's just 38.
That's 1,000
I don't even think
years
he has
old.
a kid yet, honestly.
That's 1,000 years old.
He got to start a family soon.
That's what he should... Well,
He might live his life after football.
He might as well do that now. I mean, not like he's playing football for the rest of the season. Got him again, Jets fans.
Wow.
Self-inflicting wound. Next we have Commanders and Broncos. I think the Broncos are finally going to see a victory because they're going up against the Commanders.
I think I want to take the Broncos too. I want to take the Commanders, but I'm feeling the Broncos on this one.
Look at that drop back by
I
Kirk Cousins.
firmly believe that Russell Wilson's going to have a better year this season.
Oh, I'll say a better year for sure. A good year? No. A better year for sure. Next we have the Dolphins and the Patriots. Dolphins are smoking.
Yeah.
Tua's going to have 1,000 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Next we have...
Tyreek's going to just let his nuts hang.
Ooh, next we have the Saints and Panthers with a Monday night. Are there 2 Monday night games?
Yeah. Doubleheader. I'm taking the Saints on that
Ooh, I'll take the Saints too.
one. Yeah.
Derek Carr seems to be in his happy place.
Saints GM said we saw plays from Derek Carr that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Love to see it. Sorry,
I
Panthers
put all that
fans.
on Derek Carr, but
Well, I think he has a
They're
good
close
team
to
around him now. Or better team, I should say.
I mean, he had Devontae Adams last year. Doesn't get much better than that.
But if that's your
And
only
Josh
player.
Jacobs.
That's like saying, oh, they just have a great year because
And Josh Jacobs he had,
All right.
and Darren Waller when he was healthy for those 5 games.
for those 5 minutes.
Lasted longer than Rodgers.
Rodgers only had 5 snaps. Hey yo, last one is Brown Steelers. Over
Taking the
under
Browns
5
on that
fights. Over under 5 scraps.
7. For
7.
Sure. Over.
Easy over.
Yeah.
Money line over.
You got George Pickens in that game. He'll start 3 fights at least.
Kenny Pickett.
If he scores a fight,
Oh, easy.
he's gonna talk all the smack he wants.
Can you imagine George Pickens and like a violent, agitated Nick Chubb? Like,
Imagine George Pickens on the Browns.
oh my god.
Be the most devious team.
That's a high action felony. That's a
treacherous little twin.
On that note, guys, do you have anything impactful you want to say? Do you have a bold question of the day?
Yeah, I think I do.
Since you're wearing a Pennington jersey, you disgusting.
Pennington, this is Santonio Holmes, sir.
I saw number 10. It is a Santonio Holmes jersey.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a kid's extra large.
I can tell.
Some respect on my name.
It
I've had
looks
this
like-
since like 7th grade.
You're an extra large kid. Anyways, what do you got for us?
Would you rather live in an eternal day or an endless night?
Oh man. This is a tough one actually.
I would say eternal day.
I think I would say eternal day because I can sleep through the day.
Yeah, and then you can buy stuff to darken your room and like block out light.
I don't know why I picture this as like some like prehistoric Neanderthals in this situation. we're just two
living out
monkeys
there,
in loincloths.
just thugging it.
Yeah, we're just two just derelicts, and we're just no man's on the
But no,
on the grassy plain.
I like the light. I like the daytime better. I get more done. I feel more productive. As much as I like kind of the mellow vibes of nighttime and being able to just sit back and not do much,
Now, are we
I
talking
feel
like
more-
eternal high noon or like 7 a.m.? Because those are two very
Wow,
different
he made
daylights.
that 61-yard field goal.
It's because he's nice.
Crazy, Jacob.
I think he's on the bench right
I'd
now.
say probably between like 10 and like 2 or 3.
Ooh, it's a hot sun.
Yeah.
It's a warm sun.
I mean, the Earth is still rotating on the same axis that it is, so the seasons will change, but it's just always daytime.
It's a hot sun. Either way.
That's true.
That's
The globe is warming as it is.
I hated that. I hated those words. I think I would say eternal day too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more productive during the day. I get more done. And then I just want to sit back, watch TV, hang out. Like, that's the time where you just don't do stuff. You know? So, yeah. But yeah, that's my heavy hitting question for this week.
Better get your weight up. Make them heavier next time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. New videos whenever I actually will post them. I'm not gonna even lie to you anymore.
Yeah.
We're gonna finally be on a schedule, and I'm never gonna say it. I'm never gonna tell you. You figure it out yourself, bozo, huh? How about that? New videos whenever I feel like posting. If you guys have any wing recommendations, sauce recommendations, spicy stuff you want us to try, comment them down below or add us. Our ads are gonna be down here. Wingboys at is gonna be right here, as always. Any last words, Anthony? Thank you so much. Now, what you got? What you got, huh?
You know, the wise words of Gandhi. Beep beep boop boop. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Tune in next week.
Hey up, hey up, hey up.